So, relatively quiet on the winter meetings front today. A couple small little moves here and there, but a lot of chatter and a lot of activity actually on the Yankees are probably the team most frequently talked about. It looks as if they set the stage for a lot of moves to come, right? And shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Let me know you're here to say hi and hit that like button if you haven't done that yet. Please do. It's always greatly appreciated. But so it looks like the calm before the storm. I expect some moves to happen tomorrow. Most likely some signings. Pete Alonso will be there tomorrow with Scott Boras. If you haven't heard yet, Kyle Schwarber received a 4-year offer tonight from the Mets. But it's a 4th-year option, player option. So it's not 4 years guaranteed like it was from the Pirates. So he now has 2 4-year offers in his plate, Kyle Schwarber. So we have that. And there's more traction with the Yankees and the St. Louis Cardinals when it comes to Brendan Donovan. There was some, a lot of different chatter regarding that today too. There's a multi-trade or multi-team. Let me put this really quickly here. Okay, multi-trade thing, and Carlos LaGrange's name was mentioned, and Ellen Rodriguez Cruz was mentioned for a potential trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, I don't know if that's part of a 3-team trade or something like that. Yankees have done relatively well before with 3-team trades, but some other names that I mentioned today too are Freddie Peralta, starting pitcher from the Brewers, and Trevor McGill, relief pitcher from the Brewers. Brad Keller, a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher from the Cubs, had a good year. They're looking for velocity in the bullpen. Well, there you go. Right? And then you got Mackenzie Gore from the Washington Nationals, Trevor McGill as well. And like I said, Austin Hayes and obviously Med Rosario. They're gaining traction and bringing Med Rosario back. He would likely be one of the right-handed bats. And they're looking to bring in 2 righty bats. Obviously, Rosario would be one. So, Dave, that's a good question. Well, I mean, generally because the prices are so high in MLB free agency. And there's all these different deadlines. These non-tender, tender, arbitration, this, and so many different deadlines for baseball that they don't really have in the other ones. But it's another, one of the differences between baseball and the other leagues too is that the salaries are 100% guaranteed in baseball, and they're not in football, they're not in basketball. So, and so that's so it's a little bit different. It's a different sport in that regard. It's a different business model. So, Donovan would fit everywhere. He plays multiple positions. He's a plus defender in the infield and the outfield. He could be a leadoff hitter. He's a contact hitter, does not strike out a lot, puts the ball in play, runs into power, steals bags. So he addresses a lot of holes for the Yankees in the same regard. And again, when you're looking for a prototypical leadoff hitter, he could be just that. So, and he's got 2 years of control left too in arbitration. So he would not cost a lot in terms of salary, but he'll cost a good amount in terms of prospects. Baseball does have a max for a great player. It's a 5-year max now, super max. The salaries are ridiculously high, but it's a super max. There's no 10-year, 15 years deals or anything like that. Yeah, Hector's coming on too in a little bit, Hayden. So, and there's a lot of different layers. I mean, look at the layers of, like, you get drafted in college, you're pretty much in NBA. You're in like the developmental league, and then you're in the NBA. In NFL, you're either on the practice team or you're in the NFL. Majors, I mean, in baseball, you have levels and levels and levels of minor leagues. It takes so much longer to get to the pros in the majors. So, but these are the names that we're talking about. And a lot of these could represent good fits for the Yankees. And very quietly, right now in terms of Cody Bellinger, Scott Boras looking at 7-8 years. The Yankees seem to be holding firm at 5. So anything beyond that, it's probably not going to happen. But like I said earlier, Brian Cashman's not going to come out and say we're out on Bellinger because of that, because it would screw up his negotiations with his other clients, Boras clients, right? Imai and Okamoto. And speaking of the devil, I got my main man, Hector Beauchamp from Latino Sports is in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm at a Chili's right now because I'm hungry. So hope you don't mind that I'm calling you from the home of the baby back ribs.
Eat up, man. You gotta eat what you gotta eat, man. Get that fuel,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Shout out to chat though. What's good though?
Everything's all right. We're just, talking about all the names that have been mentioned today for the Yankees. I mean, it looks like the calm before the storm. It really does. Like
Hmm.
tomorrow, I expect more action to happen. The Yankees seem to be the most active team in talks today.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if you heard, the Mets have a 4-year offer out to Kyle Schwarber out now too. It's a
Hmm.
fourth year player option, but he's got 2 4-year offers now. Tucker, I mean, or Schwarber. So
Yeah. And when it comes to Schwarber, with the New York Mets, let me know if my audio is choppy or whatever. And I'll
it,
put my other headphone in.
it's a little choppy.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
You're a little better.
Okay. So when it comes to the whole Peter Alonso Kyle Schwarber situation, it's
Like
gonna come down.
there's like an echo in the back.
Okay, give me a sec. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man. Yeah, I did see Roldis Chapman wants to pitch for Great Britain. I don't know if he has a. Does he have a United Kingdom citizenship? Yeah. So we don't know what Tucker wants. I mean, he's represented by Casey Close, Kyle Tucker. The
Jay,
talk.
give me a sec. I'm gonna rejoin. Give me a sec. I'm gonna come back.
Copy that. So Donovan's the most likely move. And I'm hearing that the Yankees they're not far. They're trying to close Amed Rosario too to get this. So it'll be a couple of. I mean, Donovan would be a pretty significant move. Be a pretty significant move. So they've gotten momentum on that today, and the waiting to see is that will likely happen tomorrow. It sounds as if Donovan's going to be traded tomorrow. Mackenzie Gore is going to be traded tomorrow too. So and the Yankees are what do you call it? They're having dialogue with the Nationals in terms of Gore too, but I don't think anything's going to happen in the pitching front until they figure out what's going on with Tatsuya Imai because he's priority number one for starting pitching for the Yankees. He is priority number one. So I agree, Donovan will be first. So that's the latest that's happened. We haven't really gotten any other. No one else has made any significant moves. Like I said, Pete Alonso is going to be there tomorrow with Scott Boras at the winter meetings. He's meeting with the Red Sox and the Orioles. So, yeah, the bullpen pieces could be. I have a feeling. They could add 3 bullpen pieces. I think one of them is going to be a lefty. And one reason I don't think Mackenzie Gore is going to come is one, the price is going to be really high. Plus, I'm not sure if they need another lefty in the rotation. I'm really not. That's right. Yeah, Cashman did say they're heavy on lefties pitching and lefty hitters. He's looking to add righty bats and righty arms. I don't think if anybody gets traded in the outfield, it's likely going to be Dominguez and not Jones. There was chatter today about the Dodgers trying to trade for Skubal too. Yeah, Donovan's got 2 more years of arbitration left. He's not a free agent until 2028. So, yeah, there's no way they would get Alonso and Kyle Tucker. There's nothing on Tucker right now. No, nothing going anywhere on Tucker. I have a feeling the market hasn't. The prices are looking to come down, right? The prices are really high right now. At least what we're hearing. The prices are very high for Cody Bellinger. And well, they're not going to get Tucker and Bellinger. It doesn't make any sense to get both of them, Sean. They trade for School. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean they're going to win the World Series. So, and Tucker, we don't know what's going to happen yet. We don't know. There's a lot of chatter about his desire to play or something like that today. I don't understand what was going on in that regard with social media today, but that's what it is in terms of Kyle Tucker. Well, we'll see what happens. If he goes to the Jays, and then they're not going to. I doubt they're going to bring back Bo Bichette. But Bichette his name has been mentioned today in the Yankee circle. So his name has been mentioned today in Yankees land. Yeah, man, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be. I mean, sounds like one of the big couple of big fish will be on tomorrow. So I wouldn't. If they had a chance, if Bo's price came down, the Yankees would listen in on Bo. That's what I'm hearing today. Not at 175 million. But Cashman did say they're looking to add 2 righty bats and looking at a righty arm in the rotation, which why Tetsuya Mai is such an important part of the calculus here, right? Yeah. Well, they had talks with the Nationals tonight about Gore, but it's not going to be cheap, and they don't need another lefty in the rotation. They really don't, and nothing's going to happen before MI. In the starting rotation, he's going to be the first domino to fall, at least for the Yankees. All right, 747 likes. We got 175 people in there. Everybody smack that like button. Let's get over 100 likes. Please do. We had like 200 something likes yesterday. Let's try to get past that today if we can. We're going to hear more today. No, we're not going to hear anything on MI or Kokomoto until they're actually here meeting the teams. So, why was it mentioned in Radichet? Because Hot Stove mentioned it. Not Brian Cashman, not Hal. And so many people just go with the Hot Stove says, right? None of those guys in Hot Stove work for the Yankees. They are in on MI. It's very aggressively in on MI. So that's their primary pitching target right now. If it doesn't happen, they will pivot after that. If they got Donovan and MI, it would be kind of nice. Donovan will be, yeah. I mean, Donovan, he's a great fit. Donovan's a great fit. He really is a great fit here. Now, the Yankees have more of what the Cardinals looking for pitching wise, more than the Royals. Yeah, so I listen to Cashman, not Hot Stove. They're saying the complete opposite of what Cashman and Hal are saying. Complete opposite. Fierce, thank you so much for Super Chat, man. I appreciate that. No, Joel Sherman does not work for the Yankees. They're not out in the mine. Joel Sherman is wrong. And Brian Cashman shot that down. They're not going to trade Jazz Chisholm to get Nico Horner. They wouldn't even trade Jazz Chisholm to get Ketel Marte. I don't know, but that was part of the chatter yesterday, even last night. McMahon being flipped if they got Donovan. To what team, I'm not sure, but the Yankees would likely have to either add a good prospect or eat some of the money. Yeah, Trevor McGill they're looking at Freddie Peralta too. McGill is an intriguing one. Brad Keller from the Cubs is an intriguing reliever too. I do expect them to add a lefty reliever as well. So Yankees will operate on. They will never leak anything for people to be shared on the hot stove. Never leak anything for these guys to share on the hot stove. No. So that's what's going on today. There's a lot of chatter revolving around the Yankees today. They are primed to pounce tomorrow, even late tonight maybe. If they do something late tonight, I'll be back on. Nothing on Okamoto, nothing on MI, just that the Yankees are in on both of them. And keep in mind, they are similar to Bellinger. They're all represented by Boris. Murakami's not. Murakami's posting window ends the 22nd, so like a little over a week. So Yes, like I say it all the time, Marilyn. Leaking does weaken your bargaining. You lose leverage if you leak information. You share information with the wrong people, you lose leverage. Hmm. The Yankees have spoken to a lot of players today. They're ready to pounce tomorrow or even late tonight. I doubt Jones gets traded. I think Dominguez gets traded before Jones. I don't think Jones gets traded unless they get Scooble or Skeens. 59 likes. Let's keep hitting that like button, gang. Yo, my man NFV's in the building. What's good, brother? Yeah, like a politician. He speaks like a smart politician. Cashman. He's not going to leak for the people to spread propaganda all over social media because that's exactly what they do. All these people who have no idea what they're talking about who love to spread stuff that he's not even saying. They like to put, this is what Cashman meant. He didn't even say that, but they're saying this is what he meant. No. No, the Cardinals not asking for Lombard. No. I don't know. Hector will be back. He met some tech problems, so we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. Um, Lombard, Tiffany, how are you? Skeen's not happening this offseason. He's not going to get moved earliest until next offseason, until he gets into arbitration. That's when he gets really expensive. So the Yankees are in on a lot of players right now. Tiffany talked to the two pitchers from the Brewers, Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals. They gained some traction on the Brendan Donovan trade tonight. They're getting closer to trying to bring back Ahmed Rosario as a righty bat. They're looking to add two righty bats, and they're looking to add a righty arm in the rotation. Which, I mean, Kenzie Gore could be a smokescreen too. But they're doing their due diligence. They do this all the time. The Dodgers are interested in Stephen Kwan. They are. Beagle, always a pleasure, brother. His K rate is meaningless because it does not interfere with him putting up 1,000 OPS, 30 home runs, 30 steals. The K rate is a talking point. Okay. And Judge had that same K rate and he cut it down. His skill set, his ceiling is way higher than Dominguez, Spencer Jones. Way higher. And he's a plus defender in the outfield with plus speed. Joey Gott's another talking point. It's a weak talking point, but it's a talking point. I hear you, Beagle, man. Steels. What's up, brother? Steels is here, and if he's up in the building, what is good? The gentlemen are here. The gentlemen are here. Yeah, the Yankees were engaged with Austin Hayes earlier. They're looking for two righty bats. Two righty bats. Doesn't matter what his whiff rate is. Look at Adam Dunn. Look up Adam Dunn. He had a whiff rate like that. 460 career home runs. 460. Whiff rate means nothing if you're putting up production everywhere else. Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Why are they not? Who said they're not in the Tucker? We don't know that they're not in Tucker. And Brian Cashman will never say he's not in the Tucker. They have a closer. They're looking for two relievers, but they have a closer. Bednar is their closer. Bichette's name was mentioned today in the Yankees atmosphere or universe, whatever you call it. Mitch Keller. Peralta is probably more likely than Mitch Keller, but no one's coming for Tatsuya Mai. Nothing's going to happen until they find out what happens with Imai. If Imai comes, that's the guy. That's the guy. Ref Snyder's not coming here, RC. They are, and I mean they've been engaged with everybody today's deals, as they usually are, as they usually are. They're not going to get Skeens and Scooble. Skeens not happening this offseason anywhere. Scooble could happen, but not Skeens. But you're going to need a lot to get Scooble. Amai's window closes on January 2nd. Okamoto closes the 4th. So there is no starting pitcher right now worth signing over Amai. He is the big fish for the starting Steelers, right? They're not going to sign any of those other starting pitchers over Amai. And not all those starting pitchers are not going to be gone anyway. Right? They could sign offensive players and take care of that. That's going to have no bearing on Amai. Dominguez, he might be part of a trade for Donovan. He is being shopped. I know that. Dominguez is being shopped. Hill could be in a Donovan trade. It sounds like Carlos LaGrange could be in a Donovan trade. They want arms. They want arms. The Yankees never show their cards. Michael King, I like him, but I don't know if I want to give up 2 draft picks and $1 million in international money for a number 4 starter. That's a little too much for me. I would rather trade for a pitcher than sign Michael King because of the stuff that's attached to him. Jones is not 26. He's 24. Just turned 24. Jones has been in the minors for 3 years. It took Dominguez 5 to get to the majors. Jones is also a converted pitcher. Okay. If you look at his stats, look at every year in the minors. They're not even close. Dominguez has never put up a year of star production at any level in the minors. Jones has multiple of them. So I don't know how you're valuing their differences, but they're different players. But Jones has elite speed. He's a plus defender in the outfield. Jason's got speed. He's not a plus defender in the outfield. Jones has light tower power. Jason Dominguez does not. Okay. So it's different. And omitting that, like, it's pointless to omit it. Look at Jones' offensive stats compared to Jason Dominguez. They're not even close at any level of the minors. It's not even close. And that's all due respect to Jason Dominguez. I like Dominguez, but he's not Jones. Welcome back, brother.
What's up, bro? Sorry about that. Sorry about technical difficulties.
All good, dude. All good. Yeah, we're hearing a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff, man. Like from Mackenzie Gore to so the Yankees looking to get 2 right-handed bats, like I was telling you earlier. Hayes, Rosario. Now Bichette's circulating. His name is circulating around there if his price comes down.
Mm-hmm.
And then
there's a wait and see with Toronto when it comes to Bo Bichette.
Is it because of Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the disrespect to Dominguez, CWA? Liking Spencer Dominguez is not the same thing as hating Jason Dominguez.
Brian Cashman earlier talked about Jason Dominguez, and he brought up the Winter League, and Jason Dominguez has struggled. And
he hit like 150
in the 11 games he plays.
Yeah, he had like 150 in winter ball.
Yeah, it was 183.
183. Yeah, so he still has stuff to work on. I get it, which is normal, right? I get it, but I mean, they're different players. Him and Jones, they're different players. You know, to me, Jones is a mile ahead of him in the outfield defensively, a mile ahead of him. He's got light tower power. So I mean, but John Dominguez has good pitch recognition, good patience at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So he's better on the lefty side than he is the righty side. We know that too. But, and this is no disrespect to Dominguez, but at no level in the minor leagues has he put up superstar production.
No.
Not any level. Rookie,
He
single A, double A, triple A. Jones has multiple years with that type of production.
he would do it for a stretch, not for a whole not for a whole
Yeah,
minor league season.
exactly. He's talented. Look, he's talented, man. He's got a lot of talent. There's a reason why he's the number one Yankees prospect for a long time, right? But this stuff, this happens. Just like this past year, Dax Kilby got drafted. There's a chance he could surpass George Lombard.
Mhm.
Nobody thought that was possible. Now you have this kid Dax Kilby coming out of nowhere. He's got a better offensive, skill set than Lombard does. Lombard's elite with the glove, but Dax Kilby is elite with the bat. Like it's
Don't
just the way that it is.
don't forget the Yankees. They do have Jeff Kent's son in the system, and shout out to Jeff Kent for being
Caden
elected into the Hall of Fame. I was able to get a question in during his press conference, but during the press conference, his Hall of Fame press conference, Brandon Cuddy of the Athletic, he brought up his son and he asked him about him, and it was a very wholesome. He got emotional, he got choked up, but
Caden Kent.
yeah, Caden Kent. Again, shout out to Jeff Kent. Congratulations to him, and good luck to everybody else that's on that list.
Mm-hmm. If Blue Jays get Tucker, we're not done. CWE. You might think we're done. We're not done. I think the Yankees are quietly, just plotting, waiting for Imai, see what happens. He's the big fish on the rotation.
Uh,
After that, we don't know. We don't know. But I don't think anything's going to happen on the pitching front until Imai. You hear anything different, Heck?
no, it's a wait and see when it comes to Imai for a lot of teams. That's why I think the offensive players are going to be the first dominoes to fall.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And do I buy into what? Sherman saying some execs question Tucker's fire for the game. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what they mean by that.
Yeah, I didn't. I heard that like when I was leaving. I wasn't able to like ask anyone
Did he do
any
something?
insight.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it to give you a good answer for it, RC. What are they talking about? I don't know. I don't know. All I hear is that we got Yankees gain more traction on Donovan. I think if it happens, it happens tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And Mackenzie Gore sounds like it happens tomorrow too. See somewhere.
Yeah, that's the video that I put out earlier today. Shout out to Ryan from Fireside Yankees who gave me a nice little shout out. But from last night, from our conversation to this morning, Brendan Donovan the traction is starting to like pick up more.
Mm-hmm. It almost sounds inevitable for the Yankees, right? It really does. I mean, like you said, I mean, the Royals have good prospects, but apparently
they're better prospects.
The Yankees have more pitching that the Cardinals want. So
yeah,
the Royals got better offensive prospects. The Yankees have better pitching prospects,
and
the Cardinals want pitching. So that this is where the Yankees could have an advantage, right? So, didn't Kentucky complain about the fans of Chicago? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens with Tucker. I mean, I'm not ruling out anything from Brian because it sounds like Brian Cashman's being a little bit more stealth right now. It seems like he's about to ready to pounce a couple times. So
not touching the money.
Yeah. So when he does that, he tends to do some things. So I'm just waiting to see. We're just waiting to see. No, Tucker Vlad. I mean, I don't care if Springer, Tucker Vlad. I don't really care if the Blue Jays get Tucker. I really don't.
I don't either.
I don't really. It doesn't really. You can have all. They had the Blue Jays were lucky last year. They had everything go right their way the entire year. That has to happen again. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to do.
But again, I know I'm going to sound like the generic Brian Cashman AI bot, but Garrett Cole, the Yankees lost the division. They still won 94 games without Garrett Cole in that starting rotation.
Yep.
Granted, he's going to miss the first month and a half, maybe 2 months of the season. What is it going to be like post elbow surgery? I don't know, but whatever it is, an 80% Garrett Cole is still better than most of the starting pitchers out there.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, when Justin Verlander came back from Tommy John, he won the freaking Cy Young Award the year after he came back from Tommy John. So anything's possible. And Cole is a workhorse, man. He's a bulldog.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I have faith in Garrett Cole. I would love
Right.
for him to add Imai though to this group.
Like I said, Imai is the one guy that really intrigues me because of his makeup and the way he carries himself on the mound, the
Yep.
emotions he had. And Yankee fans fell in love with Tanaka, even though he never won a championship with the Yankees. But it was how much he cared about the game, how much he respected the game, how much he didn't want to get Tommy John surgery. He didn't want to go underneath the knife. He thought it was more important to go out there and pitch for his team even when he wasn't healthy.
Hmm.
And that says a lot, and I think Imai has that same makeup. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, and he's drawn a lot of similarities to Joe Ryan from the Twins. He's got a little bit of a lower release point. He throws harder than Ryan. So those are a lot of plus qualities for Imai. So
And the hair, he has the same hair as Joe Ryan.
yes, he does. Got that, he's got that look, man.
He had that little mullet.
Yeah, they get a little Billy Ray Cyrus going, man. Yeah.
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 Shout out my guy Jonathan in the chat. We're sitting on 87 likes. We got 217 people in the building. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's your
Appreciate you.
guy Jason161, Hector Bochan with Latino Sports.
Yes. Please support my man Hector, man. Please do. Please do. It's greatly appreciated. We really do. James Karenak to the Braves. Who's James Karenak?
I think that was like a minor league deal, if I'm not mistaken. Like right before I left, somebody was talking about the Braves doing a minor league deal.
Okay. Where do I think they play Donovan all over the place? He's going to be our version of Ben Zobrist if he comes here.
And even that, he's going to be what DJ LeMahieu was, or what DJ LeMahieu was supposed to be when we first got him.
Yeah.
That guy he doesn't have an everyday position, but you could plug him at different spots: third base, second base, first base. Even though they stuck him at second base.
Yeah, and he can play the outfield too, and he's a plus defender in the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan. So this is where his versatility is a great value, right? And he could be a leadoff hitter. He's a contact hitter. He does not strike out a lot. He does a lot of things that the Yankees don't do well right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that regard, he checks a lot of boxes. And he's got 2 more years of arbitration. So it's not like he's going to cost $35 million a year right now.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'll take 2 years of him no matter what. I really will. I'm looking down here.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing my Twitter feed just to see if anything pops.
Yankees are legitimately interested in Mackenzie Gore, looks like.
Yo, your thumbnail's hilarious also for this winter meetings.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Oh, here's the thing. There's a clip here. I'll send this to you. I think this is what they're talking about for Kyle Tucker. I'll send this clip over to you right now. Wait, this is the guy Yankees have been clamoring for all offseason, the one who got called out for not running out a good ground ball to first base. The thing the Yankees fans get on players for all the time. Oh, there's a clip about him talking about it. Apparently, yeah, G-Man. Apparently, Jorge Polanco is going to sign tomorrow as well. That's what we're hearing as well.
Peter Alonso and Scott Boras was supposed to talk today. That's what the email we got yesterday when it came to the schedule. But for some reason, it was pushed back to tomorrow.
Becoming tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, that's apparently he's meeting with the Red Sox people and the Orioles people tomorrow, right?
Oof.
That's what I'm hearing. So who knows? Who knows? I think the Mets. We talked about this last time. The Mets are going to bring back either Diaz or Alonso, not both.
Yeah, one or the other. And I think they're leaning towards Diaz.
Yeah, I mean, you pair him with Devin Williams in the back end of the bullpen. It gives him a formidable 8-9.
Yeah, that's a solid end of the bullpen. But again, you got to remember, Devin Williams, man that walks the tightrope.
Yeah,
he's the tightrope walker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they got to add to the bullpen too, the Mets, man.
Mm-hmm.
Any free agency Yankees are talking. Yeah, man. Hating a bunch of them today, right? Trevor McGill, Well, he's a track sheet trade. He's got 2 years of control. Free agents: Austin Hayes,
Hmm.
Ahmed Rosario. Um, what are the free agents? Those are the ones they talked to about today, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the activity was regarding around trades today.
What's head scratching me is that if the Yankees want right-handed bats, specifically right-handed bats to like platoon, why not bring back Ahmed Rosario? He wasn't bad for us. I get it. His defense is something that you got to hold your breath at. So if the Yankees trying to prioritize platoon hitters on top of bringing back good defenders at the same time?
I don't know, man, but like Ahmed Rosario, man, he had great energy. He just brought a different vibe to this team, man. Him and Caballero,
Hmm.
they brought a different vibe to this team. The team seemed more close knit when those guys came here. Like you said too, they did wonders with Dominguez too. Like Dominguez came out of his shell when those guys came here.
Yeah.
They needed that. They needed it. So, and Rosario, I would love to have back. And then whatever the other righty bat they bring back is whoever the other righty bat. And if Bellinger doesn't happen, because it sounds as if Boris is shooting for 7, 8 years right now, unless he backs off a bit. But Bellinger's not going to say we're out on. I said this earlier too. He's not going to say in advance like we're out on Bellinger because of the price, because that would screw up his negotiations with Amaya and Okamoto. They were
Hmm.
represented by Scott Boras.
Hmm.
He'll do Boris a solid and quietly not do anything and let someone else sign him, right? And he'll take the hit. So he'll get better negotiating situation with the other guys. And again, he knows Boris doesn't have as much leverage because these guys are on a timeline.
Hmm.
Once their posting window closes, it's over.
That's it. Yeah.
Boris, he can't drag it out the entire offseason like he does with the major league players. He can't.
Hmm.
So this is where, and Cashman knows this stuff, man. He knows it better than we do. Like this guy, yeah. I don't know if they're bidding against themselves. It sounds as if they're staying firm at 5 years right now on Bellinger.
Well, yeah. According to what I heard the past couple of days when it comes to Bellinger, Boris is seeking a 6 to 7 year deal for Cody Bellinger. Same thing with Pete Alonso. He's trying to get 6 years, and some people are saying they'd be surprised if he could get 4 years. That's why Kyle Schwarber is getting these 4 year deals. When you look at Pete Alonso, he's a great offensive bat, but he's a suspect defender, and he's not a great base runner. You
Yeah.
got to ask yourself, what do you value more if you're the New York Mets? The guy who's your franchise leader in home runs, or a guy who's been to the World Series, won a World Series, and who could probably change the culture in your locker room?
Yeah, it's true. This is true. I mean, their infield defense did get better with Marcus Simeon, but they took a little bit of a step back offensively with that trade.
But
So,
again, you're bringing in Marcus Simeon for almost basically everything that I mentioned about Kyle Schwarber. Marcus Simeon, former World Series champion,
yep,
veteran player. When you look at Marcus Simeon, he's one of those guys that whenever he's being interviewed, he's always standing up. He's never sitting down. That right there can help change
yep,
the culture in the locker room for young players like Vientos, for young players like Alvarez, and that's what the Mets are trying to do. They had an issue with they had an issue with Brandon Nimmo and Jeff McNeil with Francisco Lindor. Whatever it is, you guys can make your own thoughts about it.
you see this? I don't know what James saw. I don't know where you're coming up with this. Kevin Acee of the Padres is apparently reporting the Padres are working on a trade bigger than Soto's. What trade could it be? The Tatis?
Tatis, I, shout out to Mikey Deportes. I was with him earlier today. I'm gonna do an interview with him tomorrow, and I would bring up we're gonna talk about Fernando Tatis.
Didn't they say that he's likely not going to get moved? Well, I mean, that could be smoke and mirrors too. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, again, they have financial issues in San Diego. There's a fight. There's a fight with like who's gonna run and own the team. Will it be the guy's wife or will it be his family? So it's litigation that's going on.
Okay. I mean, that could be a reason they'd have to move a contract like Tatis, right? I mean, for them to free up some money. Can Schwarber? Yeah, Schwarber can play first base. I mean, he plays some outfield, so he's got some mobility there. And I mean, Schwarber's a beast with the bat, man. He's a monster with the bat. So, I mean, what would people say if the Yankees somehow got Donovan and Tatis? I think Yankee fans are probably faint.
Yeah, but again, with Donovan, as much as I myself as a Yankee fan would want him in the lineup, the Kansas City Royals, they just have more top prospects to offer. You see, the Yankees, they don't want to trade away any of their starting pitchers.
Hmm. I think they know they're going to have to for Donovan. You're going to have to give up an arm, a pretty decent one too. Otherwise, you're not going to get him. Like, and again, like, does it make more sense? Like, are the Royals going to be a contender anytime soon?
Well, they were in the playoffs a couple seasons ago. We eliminated them.
Yeah.
They had Bobby Witt Jr. They're a competitive team. They want to be competitive. They have the willingness to trade their prospects because when you have a young player like Bobby Witt, you have to win now, not 3 years, 4 years down the line
Yep.
if your prospects develop.
Yep. This is true too. I don't think the Yankees sign. I don't think they're going to sign anybody until Imai. Imai's going to be. He's the free agent big fish for starting pitching. So, you know, he's the big fish. We're not. I don't think we're gonna. I mean, heck, let me know if you disagree, but I don't think they're gonna do anything until we find out what about Imai.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. The Yankees are, especially when it comes to like Cody Bellinger, or because we all know Kyle Tucker is going to go first. And it's going to be a waiting game for the Yankees when it comes to Imai because his deadline is what, December 22nd,
No,
right?
that's Murakami.
He's January
January 2nd,
January 2nd.
and then Okamoto's January 4th. So, I mean, those are the two guys that the Yankees have their eyes on: the January 2nd, January 4th. So, and Okamoto's a righty bat, but I could see Okamoto going. If the Yankees get Donovan and like Rosario, then I don't see them getting Okamoto. Like, but
I
Donovan,
think I think TC Steele's brought up Tatis and Machado. I think they both have no trade clauses, and I don't think Manny Machado wants to be a New York Yankee. I don't think he's fond of the Yankees.
I would pass on Machado anyway. I would
Yeah,
take
I'll take for Tatis like that.
yeah. I, Tatis seems to be a better fit here for the Yankees, and fans would go crazy, man.
Don't get me wrong. I think Manny Machado is one of the best, if not the best one of the best third basemen to ever play this game.
You see, he's gonna have a 500 home run career. He's gonna go to
Hmm.
Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
He'll go to Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. But I mean, some of the way he carries himself sometimes rubs a lot of people the wrong way. So I don't know if it would fly here. And like people like Joel Sherman, they'll keep poking you and keep asking you the same question until you snap at them.
Tatis, when I talked to him at the All-Star game, he was nice. He knows my boss from Latino Sports. They have a relationship. They literally did an interview, for Instagram on Instagram Live. Manny Machado, he was nice with me.
Yeah, I mean, and Tatis, Tatis seems to be pretty cool too. So like, but I can't see the Padres trading both of them. I can't see that. Tatis will probably be the headliner. He could probably get the bigger return.
You're gonna get the bigger return for Tatis, but if you're trading Tatis, why keep Machado?
Yeah. Well,
Why keep Machado?
yeah, you might as well. I mean, who else did they have? Like Xander Bogart's almost $300 million deal too.
And
Like,
that's been an arbitrage contract. He has not come close to the player that he was in Boston. It's because of that ballpark. That ballpark is not conducive to good offensive seasons.
yep, yep, yeah. But like, I think the first move the Yankees will likely make if it happens is going to be Donovan. Now
Yeah,
I don't know if it comes with a Jojo Romero or Wilson Contreras, the catcher. We'll see. We don't know, but it sounds as if that's the first one that's going to happen.
well, Aaron Boone today at the press conference, he talked about Ben Rice, and he said Ben Rice is the first baseman as of right now. The catching stuff, that's just extra stuff during the season.
Yep. Yeah, I can't see them moving Ben Rice off first base.
No,
I can't see it. He's good, man. He's
no,
a young building block for the Yankees. He's got 5 years of control left. Like, they're not going to move that.
I can see them getting rid of Austin Wells because I don't think the Yankees are happy with Austin Wells and his production. And somebody that I spoke to that's close to some of the Yankees starting pitchers, they weren't very fond of his preparation for the games when it
That's what I
comes
heard.
to his scouting report and just the day of preparing the starting pitcher for their outing.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. We were talking about that last time too. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
And who would they? I mean, if you want a replacement somebody, you try to get JT Realmuto here. Like that dude is a pro. He's a veteran, man. Like a leader. If you
It would
can't,
like it would be like when the Yankees brought in Russell Martin, who was
yeah,
past like his all-star prime, but still had some solid years left. He was a good veteran leader for the Yankees too. And again, JT Realmuto, a guy who's been to the World Series, won the World Series,
mhm.
good locker room presence. There's never been one complaint about JT Realmuto being a bad teammate. That's a great guy to have in your locker room with young players like Ben Rice, like Anthony Volpe, quote unquote.
Yeah, yeah. Yankees. No, the Yankees. What prospect of the Yankees holding not getting done with? I can't see that. Should the Yankees trade Wells to Oakland for Shea Langeliers? Is Langeliers still catching? Is he still catching? I don't know. That I have no idea. I mean, what teams need a cat? I mean, would you? Could you get Adley Rushman here from the Orioles for his change of scenery? I don't know.
I don't think if the Orioles are too keen
Yeah,
in trading with the Yankees, but they do have Samuel Basello, who's a catcher
yeah,
and first baseman.
yeah. And
I,
didn't they just give him a big deal too, a big contract?
hmm?
Didn't they just give Bassell a big contract too?
I got to look that up, but I know about the Yankees were supposed to sign him, and then the Orioles came in at the last second and
Yeah,
offered a few extra more chelas, and he signed with them.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, I know that they're shopping JC Escara, but like, you know,
And that breaks my heart, man. JC Escar is my guy. I built a good relationship with him, but wherever he goes, I'm still trying to see if I can cover him at least once or twice. You know, if he comes back to New York, whether as a visiting player or if I take a road trip like I normally do.
yeah, yeah. I like Escara too. I mean, it's it's just a good story. And he was good for the Yankees. He got a nice little bat. So
Hmm.
got a nice little bat. Like you could even keep him as a backup and have a right-handed catcher in place of Wells if you wanted to do that. Like it depends on who you get, but like I know Jonah Heim is available now. He's a switch hitter. JT Romuto is a free agent, so you can get him as well. So
Hmm.
if you could try to get him, and I think if the Phillies are going to bring anybody back, it's going to be Schwarber
Mm.
or Romuto. So Phillies, I think the Phillies will give him whatever he needs, that extra on top of what these other guys are giving him. And now I'm
I
hearing
think
Don
that
Mattingly is in talks with the Phillies to be the new bench coach.
yeah. And I'm my train of thought, and this is something I talked about yesterday. I have Toronto being the favorites, but I have the Phillies being the second favorites to land Kyle Tucker. When you look at it, Kyle Schwarber is older, up there in age. You move off of his money, you move over Castellanos' money. You can offer Kyle Tucker the bag.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Because he probably get a similar AAV that Schwarber would get. So
He's younger. He's a better defender. He's an all-around better player. Kyle Tucker is the big fish, and when you look at his postseason appearance a couple of years ago with the Astros, he had like two big home runs. He had an OPS over 900. He was a big time contributor.
yep, yeah. There's gonna be some big names trading places. I think there's gonna be some new changes of scenery with pitchers, and there's gonna be a lot of names changing, locations, and I think it's going to be interesting. I think a couple moves happened. Like it's the calm before the storm today. It feels like the chatter is almost like they're
Yeah.
setting things up for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day before the next day, which is the Rule 5 draft and blah blah blah. So
Today was all the announcements from Major League Baseball. Shout out to Major League Baseball for their charity auction that they're doing with the Little League teams. They're also doing a special exhibition game in the Dominican Republic. They're going to be two games. The Detroit Tigers are going to play two Dominican national teams. And that's the first time that a Major League Baseball team will be playing on the soil in the Dominican Republic. So shout out to Major League Baseball. I had a nice interview with Omar Minaya talking about that. Check it out. It's on Latino Sports TikTok, Instagram, and on Twitter as well.
I saw that. It was good, man. It was a good interview with Minaya, man. Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
he does a good job, and I'm glad he's with the Yankees, man. I'm glad he's with the Yankees. Increasing their footprint in Latin America. Like he's doing good things, man. He's doing good things.
Look how far we come, Jason. Look at us.
I'm telling
Look
you,
at
man.
us.
Right? I'm telling you, man. So Hal's creating a YouTube. Yeah, I mean he's kind of tight on funds, Theo.
How's creating a YouTube? And that's the conversation I'm having with Scott Braun tomorrow. Him and I'm doing a conversation, an interview with Scott Braun, and that's when we're going to talk about the economics of baseball. Because with all these private equity funds buying up teams just like the Dodgers, the Toronto Blue Jays, you got all these billionaire owners that are crying broke because everybody else is outspending them.
Yep. And
The economics of Major League Baseball are going to change over the next 12 to 24 months. What we know as this baseball structure, it's going to change. Just like at the end of the 90s, going into that new CBA, that
Yep.
changed with the luxury tax. We're going into a new era when it comes to baseball economics.
Yep, that's true, man. And this is one reason why there's a potential lockout, because both sides are gonna be button heads. This side wants a bigger piece of the pie, the other side wants a bigger piece of the pie. It's just the way that it is, man. Just the way that it is, right?
hmm
Um, my eyes are clouded. My eyes are not closed. I have a very bright glare in my very bright light here.
CWE.
See that we got jokes, man. Salary cap. I think a salary floor will happen before a salary cap.
Yeah, I don't. There shouldn't be no salary cap. The players aren't going to allow the salary cap. If there's a salary cap, you're stopping how much the players are going to get. I have no issue with the players getting as much money as possible. Like it's a free market, right? Like their value is what they're worth.
I never seen a baseball game where anybody has gone to the stadium with a jersey with the owner's name on it or the
Nope.
GM name on it. You go for the players.
hmm
I don't go to the game looking for Hal Steinbrenner ever. I'm like, oh my God, where's Hal? Is he in the booth? He's in the box. I don't look for the guy. So yeah, exactly. And if no player is going to agree to that, the union's not going to allow a salary cap. They're the ones that generate all the revenue, the players. So they should be the ones that get the lion share of everything.
Jason, you mind if I shout out the chat real quick? I got
Go
some
ahead,
folks
brother. Man.
shout out my guy Mikey Mazza, the 4 Train Express is in the building. NFE is in the building. NFE, I hope all is good. Shout out to Tyler. Wink is in the building. William, Jonathan, Hayden, my guy TC Steele, CWE with the jokes as well. Manuel, if you guys can, Perry, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Estamos aquí hablando mierda. MLB winter meetings.
That's right, man. Yeah, the owners will not agree. They will not agree to a floor with that. Well, Hal even mentioned that, like if they want to cap it, he wants a floor too. So I understand where Hal's coming from, because he's one of the there's a handful of teams that get penalized, right? The Yankees, the Dodgers, the Mets. There's maybe 5 teams. These guys get penalized, right? And you got all these billionaire owners who get all their revenue sharing money and they don't spend on their team. They don't spend on players. That's a problem, man. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You're pocketing all this money, man. Yeah, the Mets lost 350 million. Yeah, the Mets, yeah. And again, the Mets are not Steve Cohen's biggest investment. He's just one of their assets, the franchise. He's building a casino, a whole community around the stadium. Like, yeah, I mean, the Yankees, I'm not surprised that the Yankees lost money. I'm not surprised. So, but again, there's all these talk, but keep in mind, like the Yankees haven't even finished paying off their stadium yet. They pay $100 million plus every year in revenue sharing that comes right out of their profits. So there's all these different misconceptions of how much the Yankees make and why is Hal crying poverty and blah blah blah. Well,
I'm a keep it a buck with you. If the Pittsburgh Pirates owner, if he made a profit, I can't believe that the Yankees lost money. I
Yeah.
don't believe Steve Cohen and the Mets lost negative $350 million. I don't believe that when they actually when it came to attendance, they had the highest attendance this year in over the past 20-25 years. That's
And
impossible.
and they have the most expensive seats in baseball. City
That's
Field.
impossible.
They're more expensive than Yankee Stadium, City Field. So yeah, I agree. I would be shocked that they lost that much money.
Yeah.
I,
It's just like when people love to have the conversation about like the WNBA not making money, and they run negative or whatever. Uber has Uber just started making profit on paper over the past couple of years. Would anybody say that Uber is a bad company or Uber doesn't make money? Absolutely not.
mm, no, but it takes a while for these things to go from red to green or red to black. So, I mean, that's just the way that it is. Well,
Mhm.
they leverage debt. They put all this money up front, and it takes a while to catch up and go into the black. And then once you're in the black, do you stay in the black? You got to do is
Yeah.
stay in the black. You got to remain profitable. You got to figure out ways to continue to grow at that point. So,
hmm The Yankees may have lost $350 million, air quotes on paper, but their stock value is what? More this year than what it was last year.
yeah, they're more valuable than the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are owned by the Guggenheim Group, which $450 billion in assets, $500 billion. And it's just the Yankees, the little Hal Steinbrenner and a couple partners. And they're more valuable than the freaking Dodgers. So just goes to show you, like, there's a lot of economic stuff that's not being talked about. It's never
Mhm.
so, and it is what it is.
Oof.
Ben, yeah, I mean, happy Devin. He's the Mets problem now, Devin Williams.
Yeah.
He's the Mets problem. That's it. It is what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jay, before I get out of here, because I gotta finish some work tonight.
The
Who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise signing?
biggest surprise signing.
Yeah. Like, can you see some random team coming out of nowhere that's not the Blue Jays or the Phillies signing Tucker? Can you see some random team coming out of nowhere and signing either Cody Bellinger or Pete Alonso? Like, what do you think would be the biggest shocker from the rumors and from our conversations the past couple of days? What do you think?
If I had to pick a name, it would probably be Alonso or somebody like Framber Valdez
Mm.
signing with a team. You're like, what the what? Why is he signing there?
I'm glad you brought that up, brother. I'm glad you brought that up because when I parked my car today, I parked my rental car all the way on the top in the parking lot. You know who I took the elevator with going down?
Valdez?
No, executives from the Angels talking about Valdez.
No shit.
hmm
Could you imagine him going
Remember,
to the
remember yesterday I said the Angels are getting ready to offer a big contract.
more? Yeah.
I thought it was Murakami. What if it's Valdez?
Shit. Imagine him going to the Angels.
That'd be the most random. That would be the most random thing. And I'm glad you brought up Valdez as well, because I'm sitting here like, oh my god, I don't want to spell it out for him.
I honestly Valdez, and I could see Pete Alonso like saying, you know what, I don't want to go to Red Sox. I'm going to go to Orioles.
Mm.
Can you imagine him doing that? Going to Orioles and like shit. That's crazy.
Fenway Park would definitely be a better ballpark for him when it comes to his the Green Monster, him abusing the Green Monster. The Orioles, they started bringing in the fence a little bit, because their power started disappearing. If I'm Pete Alonso, I don't want to go to Baltimore just because I'm a right-handed hitter. If Pete Alonso was a lefty, that's a different story.
Well, one of the reasons I say that is because the majority of his home runs are the opposite field for Alonso,
Mm. He
and
does have Apple power.
he does. He's got serious oppo power.
The home run off of Devin Williams was the right field. There you
Yeah,
go.
he was. Yes, he was. I'll never forget that one, man.
hmm
Yes. What? So that those are, I think, and the most shocking. If I could do a shocking trade, it would be probably um somebody like Peralta, something like that, going to the a team like the Blue Jays.
Mm.
I can see the Blue Jays adding another arm, just randomly out of nowhere, and say, you know
I
what,
can see
we're
I
gonna
can see
add
Peralta going to San Francisco.
San Francisco. I can see, yeah, I mean that's a possibility too. I can see
Hmm.
San Francisco making a move. They gotta add, they gotta add to Devers. They gotta
Yeah,
add these guys, man. Like you gotta add something to that. Like
yeah.
Devers is there for like 10 more years. So
And the way that Jeff Kent and a lot of people have been talking about Buster, the way that Buster Posey is running the San Francisco Giants, they're just a few pieces away from taking over the NL West from the like taking it away from the Dodgers.
mhm,
Like a lot of people are praising Buster Posey and how he's running that organization.
mhm. I would agree, man. I would agree. If I could add one more shocking signing,
Go ahead.
I'll be floored if the Yankees sign Bo Bichette.
Okay.
I'd be floored.
Okay. So would you be floored because those comments and the Yankees unwillingness to spend money, or would you be shocked because it's Bo coming from Toronto? Like what where's your shock value at?
I think it'd be 50-50 there. Because I think going from Toronto to the Yankees is one, and then playing him shortstop would be two. Because that would
Mm,
be, to me, would be an admission that, yeah, Volpe's not the guy. He's not the guy. And then like when Jazz leaves, we're gonna move Bo to second, and then Lombard or Dax Kilby's gonna take over shortstop.
mm,
Deuces to Volpe. So that's going to be part of it's going to be part of the calculus for me. If Volpe
mm,
comes here, I think it's an all but admission that Volpe is not coming back.
mm,
And as much as they like to say, and these guys never throw players under the bus. They always
mm,
show loyalty to their players, right? Even the ones that they don't like, they don't throw their players under the bus. So as much as they say, yeah, Volpe, he's a good this, he can do great things and blah blah blah. If somehow you brought in Bo Bichette, then I think that's a Benji Rice is not getting traded. No way.
no.
There's no way. Um, but yeah, that to me would be the bigger shocker. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing today too. Andy Martino, the Yankees were in dialogue tonight, gaining traction on Mid Rosario too, right? So
Hmm.
I mean that's a logical signing too. It makes
You
sense.
got to bring back Rosario. You have to. He fits so well with the Yankees.
Yeah, he's a great fit here, man. Absolutely
Hmm.
a great fit, man. So, um, yeah, no doubt about it, man. But that's what we're hearing tonight, guys. That's
Hmm.
what it looks like. The calm before the storm. Looks like we may get some moves late tonight for
Hmm.
some reason, or most likely tomorrow is going to be where a lot of the action's at.
Yeah, I would say pay attention tomorrow. There's some more announcement tomorrow for Major League Baseball. They're gonna have the press conference for the World Baseball Classic. Different representatives from like each of the teams are going to be there for the press conference. That's going to be dope. Um, Brian Cashman is supposed to be available as well.
Well, nice.
I'm not sure where it's going to be or what time, but I'll let you know, Jason,
Yeah.
if it even happens, because sometimes it changes like that.
Yes, keep me updated, man. You get a chance, and
Yeah.
I'll keep you updated if I hear anything too. I'll put up the bats and I'll keep feeding you information as I come in, as I hear it too. So
Hmm.
consistent with what you're hearing too, man. So, but
Yeah.
appreciate JT Real Muto to the Giants. I can see that happening too.
Hmm.
I don't even know who their catcher is. The Giants. I I don't know who their catcher is. Hmm.
I'm just looking at the chat.
The Razor.
Yeah, folks in the chat. If you guys are on TikTok, you can look up Uptown Sports TV. I'm gonna be live on TikTok. Also, I'm gonna be live tomorrow morning, Yankees Morning Brew, Uptown Sports TV on YouTube. Me, Grace, and Ace. Jason, if you want to join us, you just let me know. I'll send you the link so you
Appreciate
guys can join us 11 o'clock in the morning. Make
you.
sure you guys are there.
Appreciate you all in the chat. Looks like Tampa Bay Rays are closing in on a deal with left-handed pitcher Steven Matz, according to Jonathan. All
Mm.
right.
Also, too, tomorrow night, I'm doing a live stream. Al Cintron, Evan Roberts from WFAN. I'll hit you up, Jason, to see if you're free from that. And I'm reaching out to one or two more people, maybe Ryan from Fireside Yankees. Him and I was talking about doing something, so I'll let you know.
Cool, man. Sounds good, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Good, man. Appreciate you for coming on as always, man. You're the man, dude.
Bro, appreciate you. Folks in the chat, appreciate you guys. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe
Yes.
button, Jason.
And make sure you subscribe to Please Yankees Morning Brew and Latino Sports. And Hector, my man Hector here. Him and Grace are a dynamic duo, and Ace, a dynamic trio right over there. It's the best group as you can get right there. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to Ace also, man. He has really stepped up, and Grace and I was an amazing duo. Now with Ace is going to be the amazing trio. Shout out to my guy Future as well, Danny.
Hold on. Breaking news: Yankees acquired Trevor McGill from the Brewers in exchange rate. Is this true?
That's a Henry Lalane. He was Rule 5. That's not true.
Well, they could still trade him before the Rule 5 draft. Hold on a second. They left him unprotected. So
Hold on.
let me get some confirmation on this. I want to see if this shit is true. Because they could do that. And that's one picture they are looking at.
I'm looking right now. I don't see anything.
If you're joking with us, man, you're gonna get some noogies. I'm telling you now.
But I don't have nothing.
Let's see.
Let me get a source.
Where are you seeing that, Elephant?
TrustMeBro.com.
Where are you seeing that, man? Just want to make sure. Because if it's not true, then it can't be. McGill's brother is McGill's brother's on the. I don't know. I have no idea.
But I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
I'm not seeing anything on that yet.
Yeah.
If it winds up being true, then I'll put out a short on something later. What is this here?
No, the last Yankee beat reporter to put something out was Gary Phillips an hour ago. Yeah. Brian Holtz was an hour ago. Kirsten was an hour ago. Cuddy was an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Unless just came out of somewhere, and you got some phantom source. Don't play with us like that, man. That's knuckle sandwiches for you, man. But chat, man, always appreciate all of you coming on. Thank you so much. And again, if some real breaking news comes out for the Yankees later on, I'll be back.
Yes.
I'll be back. So much love to you in the chat. Much love to you, Hector. As always, you're the best. Appreciate you. Stay tuned, Yankees fans. Just keep your notifications turned on. You're not going to miss anything.
Boom.
Have a great night. Over now. All right, let's see.